We think it's the best thing for his development. We've said it from day one. Um, it's not about how good Jake can be this year. It's thinking 3, 5, 7 years down the road. Um, I think the experience. First of all, we didn't expect him to stay in camp. Coming into the camp, I didn't think he had much of a chance to stay. He had a very good camp. He made us better, and that's why he was in the lineup. But at the same time, we know where we are. This is it's tough at times to be patient because you want to ice the best team possible right away, but we feel for his development and to have the best Jet Luchenko, he needs to go play a lot of minutes. He needs to go learn to be the guy. I think he has a real good chance at playing for Team Canada, the World Juniors. That's another amazing experience for him. The last 3 weeks being here with the team, with the main team, I think was a great experience for him. But we realize that there's more to it, and it's important for him to play heavy minutes, be the guy, learn how to drive the offense, be a leader on his team. We're not trying to create a fourth line center. We think he has more upside than that, and we want to give him the chance to become that player.
Does Jake's current record affect your decision at all?
No,
would
not
you
at all.
trust him a few more games if you guys were winning more?
No, the record to me. I mean, that's more of a question for Torts, obviously, but for me, it didn't matter. And especially not playing the last couple games. We've said it. We're not going to keep him around just to keep watching games. So, as far as what Torts decided to do, that's his decision. But for me, it did not change anything.
What benefits do you think he got from being able to play 4 games up here with you guys?
Obviously, playing at this level, knowing how hard it is, knowing now what it takes to play here, how physical the game is, how fast the game is. A lot of that time, I put myself back in those skates when I came in, and I remember thinking, wow, I don't know if I'll ever be able to play at this level. This is way too fast. Those guys are way too strong. And I'm not saying he experienced that, but it takes time. It takes time for your brain to develop. And the other thing too is we wanted to protect him physically. You look at the last few years, a lot of the 18-year-olds that came in, a lot of injuries. During the course of the year, so we wanted to protect him. Part of it was not playing him in that back-to-back in Calgary, where he probably deserved to be in the lineup. So, but the experience of being around the team, to conduct yourself like a pro with all these guys, and learning from some of our veteran leadership on how to carry yourself around an NHL dressing room. So that I think it's valuable experience. Very short, but I'll take that and I'll help him next season when he comes into camp.
You're obviously always looking forward as a general manager. How has his success and the impression he's left here made you maybe rethink the roster 1-2 years down the line, when he could potentially come back next year?
It might be a little premature to go that far down. That's more of an exercise we'll do maybe halfway through the year, and then definitely after the season. It's exciting, yeah. There's no doubt about it. But there's no guarantee that he's going to make the team next year either. Obviously, he's going to turn pro the following year when he's 20. But he's going to get the look, and if he comes back and he takes another step, it's going to be tough to keep him out of the lineup next year.
Does having Corey Stillman and Guelph kind of give you a little bit more confidence on him developing his game?
Absolutely. That was a very exciting scenario going there. He played for Torts, so he also understands what Torts want, and we've told Jet we want him to push the limit, and not just settle into trying to play safe. We want him to push his limits and find out how far he can get away with his offense without being a liability. So it's going to be tough for him at first. We've seen it many times where guys are at one level and they go down. It's tough to find the chemistry right away with his teammates. Now he might be a little gung-ho when he gets there. He's going to be ahead of the play. It's going to be tough the first 2-3 weeks, we expect. And the other thing too is giving him the chance to be prepared for the World Juniors. He's got about a month and a half, I think, before or almost 2 months before Team Canada starts, or the juniors, World Junior starts. So it's going to give him the chance to get his game back in order.
You just announced that Cam York is out for 2 weeks.
Correct.
Injury. What is the status? of
Yeah,
injury?
upper body, minimum of 2 weeks is what we know. It depends how he's going to recover, but we expect him to be out at least 2 weeks, and we'll see from.
Did you place him on IR then?
We will most likely put him on IR, yes.
And with Jet being sent to Guelph and out Cam, any corresponding moves?
Not at this point. We're going to go through the game today. We'll wait to see if there's more injuries before committing to one position or another. I expect that there will be moves after the game, but we want to wait to see what happens injury-wise in this game first.
Danny, you've gotten a sense of Jet's speed, his ability to make some plays, his hockey sense. How important is this next year in terms of getting a little bigger and stronger, maybe developing a little bit more of a shooting mentality to go with the playmaking?
Yeah, and that's what we hope for. He came on strong. His development in the last probably 7 or 8 months has been amazing, and that's part of why we want to send him back, to give him the chance to keep pushing the limit on his development, especially offensively. We know he's a good playmaker. He's shown that in camp. Now can he develop his shot and his knack around the net? So it's all part of his development. It's not like he was someone that's been on the list for the last 5 years like most of these high-end guys are. He's developing maybe a little later than some, but it's really exciting, and we want to see how far he can push that.
You and John have talked about his maturity. Just how did he take the news, and do you think it's going to push him?
I felt like I was talking to a 20-year veteran when we told him. Totally understood. Anyway, that's the impression he's given us. I think he's exciting to see his friends. Disappointed in leaving because he told us it's like living my dream right now, but at the same time he's excited to see his friends and his teammates, and having a chance to have be the go-to guy and have a big role as a hockey player. That's what you want. It's exciting when you know you're going to be the guy, so he's going to have that chance now.
How much does having a player like Noah Cates sort of waiting in the wings make it a little easier to make this decision?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've had some good players that and in different roles, and Bobby Brinks is in that spot right now, and we know Bobby can come in and give us a jolt and bring him some offense. Noah Cates does a little bit of everything, and he's been good the last few games. So it's nice to have that luxury of a guy like Noah, like Bobby Brink. It's not fun waiting for them. I totally understand that, but yeah, it's a nice luxury to have at the moment.
We talked to John yesterday. He mentioned that part of the reason why he hadn't played Jet the last couple games was because of the team struggles. He wanted to give the vets the opportunity to kind of fix it. If the team was playing better, would Jet still be here? Would you kept him longer?
So that question came in differently earlier. That's kind of Torts' domain. He decides who plays and not. I don't know. It's a tough question. It would have depended also on his play. He probably deserved to be in the lineup, to be honest. But we're not going to wait around and let him keep watching games forever. So he's watched a few. I think it was good for his development. But now we want him back on the ice.